Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. And today is Thursday the 9th, and today was a lovely day to be alive. Rained like hell and just was miserable at one point, but it's still a good day to be alive. So got this morning, stupid early with the puppy, dealt with him, let him inside a little bit, let him play with Bruce and the little pit bull that I'm watching. They played for a little bit. I went ahead and grabbed the rest of my stuff, and then I basically headed up. I killed some time, so I wanted to give Karen's son enough time to, I guess, get up and around. So I might be there by 6:30, whatever, some of that range. I got there like 6:37, I think, when I rolled up in, and picked him up. And so basically, I left the house at like about 6 o'clock. Ran up there, grabbed him, and then was able to head on up to my father-in-law's house, where my number one goal for the day was to get everything out of the attic downstairs, that way Karen can go through it and they can figure out everything and stuff. There's a bunch of her mom's stuff that we don't know where her dad put it, like just all of her knickknacks and all that kind of stuff. We have no idea where it's at, so it is what it is. But yeah, went ahead, said to hell with it, headed up there, we chatted a little bit, just small talking, whatever and whatnot. Got to the house, told him the plan is 100% empty everything in that attic down into the garage. That's the only goal I have. I don't care. So, and I've never even poked my head in the attic. I was gonna, we had an appointment yesterday to meet some people there to see if there's anything in the value to consign or whatever to help, fund his retirement or his assisted living, I guess, technically. But went ahead. They didn't, apparently, when we say we'll meet you there at 6 o'clock on Wednesday, they didn't think that was an appointment. I don't know what the hell it's about. So they got screwed up. We were on our way of leaving out the door, and I thought, I'm going to check, make sure real quick. And they're like, nope, we're not coming. I'm like, we didn't hear from, like, we had an appointment. Like, what do we have to check in this shit? But it is what it is. So I didn't get a chance to look up in the attic and see where things were at. But we got up in there and stuff. He headed up in the attic and was kind of moving things, all whined about there was cobwebs and stuff. He's all freaking out because there was cobwebs, and I'm like, holy crap, man. So let me put my head in there and see what's loose there. So I climbed the ladder with him. He wouldn't even get off the ladder into the attic all the way. And I was like, okay, come on, man. There's not that many boxes here. Just start moving them out. Grab a box where you can reach, push it over to here, and once you can't reach anymore, slide your butt up onto the thing. And it's weird because like the rafters are above the plywood. It's kind of a weird setup. So went ahead and I said, basically go from there, and then, move over the next set it past you, and then push it one more, and I'll grab it, and we'll basically work our way through. And he was like, okay, whatever. So we're doing stuff. I gave him a towel. He's worrying about this cobwebs. So I said, hey, you want a towel to kind of wipe down the cobwebs? And he goes, yeah, sure. So he wipes down the cobwebs, and apparently decides to wipe every ounce of dust and every cat turd or every mouse turd or anything else that's up there, like down the thing, and didn't tell me he's pushing shit down the stairs. I had him covered in like mouse shit and dust now, and I'm like, okay, are you cleaning the attic or are you just knocking down the big cobwebs? And he was like freaking out. So there's like cobwebs like on the edges of like where the like outlets are in the joints. There's like little tiny cobwebs. It's not like a mass like a cobweb across the thing you walk through and you're doing karate trying to get it off your face. It's not that. So I was like, okay, whatever. So about an hour and a half or so goes by, and he's gotten down, I think it was 6 boxes. I'm pretty sure it was 6 boxes in an hour and a half. And I look at there, and he's just sitting there. I don't know if he's on his phone. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's not doing nothing. Even to the point he was complaining about the heat, and the sun had just came up because we were up there, about sunrise, and the house is superbly covered in shade. So it's not that bad. And, you could sit up there and have a cigar if you needed to. It would not be the most pleasant. So I went and found a fan, put a fan on top of the washer dryer, pushed it up in the attic, getting a little bit of air movement up there. And still, he was just doing shit. And I'm like, how would you get down? Let me give it a try. Like, let's see here, whatever. So he comes down, and I headed up there. And the rest of the time, I'm like, I'm never coming back to that again. I'm going up at one time. I'll never come back to this thing again. So if I can't get it today, it just lives here forever. It's never coming out. So I got every other box out of there, and then hand them down to him. Some of them were lightweight. I just chucked them down the opening. And then he wasn't even like moving them at the bottom of the stairs. Like, there's a pile of stuff at the bottom of the stairs. I'm like, God damn it, it's moving the fucking stairs. But I'm like, what the hell and stuff? And he's like complaining this and that. And I had everything. We moved out before. Had a nice big stack on the side of the garage, all lined up evenly against the shelving. I get down the thing after I'm all finally said and done, after I had to tell him twice to move the boxes out from the bottom of the stairs. Like, just move them out of the way. And he starts like going through, there's paperwork here. I said, move it. We're not looking at shit. We're just moving shit out of here. I don't want to be in this attic any longer than I have to be, kind of thing. And I'm moving back and forth. You have to, it's a pain in the butt. There's no flat floors. You can't just push the boxes and keep pushing themselves. None of that shit. It sucks. So it's absolutely a miserable attic. Finally get all done, come down, and the boxes are just right next to this ladder. Like, he took it off this ladder, off the stairs, and just set it down to his left. Like, made it actually harder for himself to have to kind of fight around that stuff, even put boxes down on the ground because he didn't move them over. Just take 5, 6, 7 more steps, put it at the end of the garage, and move back. And the next time, take 6 steps, then take 4 steps, take 3 steps, make the road, then start over again, make a new row. I'm like, holy crap. So I was really annoyed by that. So my plan was to go through his stuff, and I was like, I just can't do it. I can't do it at all. So I went through and cleaned out some stuff in the house, told him to look around, and he had like memories of whatever he might want. He was wandering around looking for that stuff. I cleaned out one of the shelves we're going to take to put the record, the amp and the preamp on for your stereo. I looked at that, cleaned out a bunch of albums, and I started doing it. He just sits on the couch and just watches me. And I'm like, what? You could ask, like, hey, anything I can do to help? I'm like, what the? Nope, just sit there and watch me. So I don't do well asking for help from people anyway. And then I see this early 20s, lazy. I'm like, holy crap. So went ahead, got that done, paid for it, and my lower back's killing me. My hips and stuff are just climbing out of there. I kept smacking my shin, which is still injured from the bike wreck, on the Raptors and stuff, and my ankle. I was hitting things, but it has to be done. It's like, what do you do? We just, don't get it down, or I pay somebody $500 to this attic to do it. I thought that's what the 20-something-year-old was supposed to do, was get him the attic and hand him down to me, and I could do it on the ground, but nope, not the case at all. So went ahead and said, hell with it. I can't do it anymore. He grabbed a couple of lava lamps he wanted, was going to wait for them. He plugged them in, got them on, and then wait for the heat up to see which one swirled better. And I'm like, dude, that's going to take like at least a half an hour. I'm not doing it. Just put them in. They're so hot you can't carry them. Like, what the hell? Just put them in the truck and just take them home. Take them both. I don't care. Take them both. I just got to get the hell out of here. So stopped by Sam's Club real quick, picked up some sodas I needed, grabbed him a Pepsi so he wanted something to drink. Didn't know if he's going to be there all day. Didn't know how long it took. Doesn't bring any food, water, nothing. I'm like, jug of water, bottle of water, something would have made sense, but nope, nothing. So started Sam's Club, grabbed a Pepsi, dropped back off his house, headed back home, had the dog with me and stuff. That's why he's like, well, I'll go and look. I said, no, we're not going and looking around. We're not shopping Sam's Club today. I'm going in and getting one item I need, and then if you want something to drink, I'll grab it for you. Well, I said, no, you got to wait with the dog. If the dog's in the truck, so you're going to wait with the dog. And he's like, oh, okay, perfectly fine with that. In the rain, so we couldn't have the windows down all the way and stuff, but it wasn't that hot. It was just raining. It was not hot at all. So got home, dropped him off, actually got back to my house finally, let the dogs outside. Of course, it's raining, so the dogs don't want to go outside much. So we kind of hum-hawed around that quite a bit. It's kind of a pain that took us. It is what it is. It started raining yesterday, and then it rained again a lot today, so it's muddy as all get out. The dogs played some. I ended up having a cigar out there in the evening. Everything's going to be going pretty good, kind of calmed down. Finally gave the puppy back home, so now it's just me and the pit and Bruce. So we're chilling out, having a good time, and she's just a lover, man. She absolutely wants to be all cuddled and stuff. So went ahead, got a little bit of exercise, and I had to get a shower and stuff. So I got my, went ahead and got a shower, got cleaned up, and I was all good to go. Karen got home from work. We chatted a little bit, talked about how the day went, all the good fun stuff there, and everything going on. Then she remembered she was going to go to Ladies Bible Study, which I guess is like the second Tuesday. So that she hasn't been there for a long, long time, and she was going back to it. It got a little weird with the whole divorce thing, and the whole church thing gets weird, so it is what it is. She went back to it, and basically she's like, well, I said, what time's that? And she goes, 6 o'clock. And I'm like, okay. Went to grab my phone thinking, well, just order, because I was going to text her. Instead, I'm heading home. I was going to call her real quick and say, hey, would you bring home pick up some Chinese? Just call it in real quick. Let me get there, pick it up, we're good to go. And I was on the phone with a estate planning lawyer out of Palm Coast, I guess, West Palm, I don't know what it was, somewhere that her cousin recommended. So he called, and we were going to the Big Beats, and then by the time I got the phone with him, I realized she's probably too close to being home. It would be time to order the food, so I said, hell with it. So she was talking, I said, well, I'll call in some Chinese real quick, then as you take off, grab the Chinese, bring it back here, drop it off to me, and then you can have a little bit as you go. Look down, it was 10 minutes till 6. And the event starts at 6. I'm like, you got to go right now. Like, you go. She's, I'm like, no, 100% go. Just get the hell out of here. So she took off, and I just said, headed outside. The rain had mostly cut back. It was sprinkled a little bit here and there and stuff, so I was able to be out there, have myself another cigar, watched a little bit of Prime or Hulu, whatever I watched, chilled out a little bit, and then basically headed inside. She got back home from church group. We basically chatted a little bit and whatnot. Ended up eating some chips and dip. That was all I had all day. I didn't need to eat food all day. Decided that was enough. Had a couple almonds afterwards and a couple gummy bears. I went to bed and basically chilled the hell out. So we basically chatted a little bit about how that went, church group and whatnot, and everything was good there. So it was a day. But man, my hips and my tailbone stuff, just because you're sitting on that hardest floor, my knees had ass poop all in them. And it felt like gravel, like I was peeling road rash gravel out of my body. Reminded me of my arm, the 16th when I got hit by a car. So I'm just grinding rocks out of my arm. It's what fell on my knees. And man, it was not a pleasant, fun day. So, but I got everything out of there. There was a handful of boxes of books up there. I was like, fuck these books. I'm not pulling books out of there. And the boxes were heavier than they need to be. And it's just, And he's a short little man, so it's easier for him to get out of there. He's like a foot plus shorter than me, whatever. So it's easier for him to get out of that attic in space and not. And I'm just like, nope, don't care. So it does not make any sense at all what was going on there. But we got that done. Got virtually everything down the ground, and that's the only thing that really mattered. I wanted everything down the ground, so we got it taken care of and all that fun stuff that comes with it. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.